This is day 25 and 26 of 30 apps in 30 days. We're on the final descent now. And today we've got 2 builds in one video. We've got a couple speed builds. And if you're new here, yes, we are building 1 app per day and we're creating a video documenting every build. Go back and watch the other videos in the challenge. We've had some absolute crackers so far. But let's jump into the builds. Alright, so we first started off with an idea of Headline V2. And if anyone's been following Danny Postma for a while, you know that this is one of his first apps that really got a bit of traction. And it's basically a copywriting app, and the whole notion was that you input some details about your business, your offer, the problems you solve, and then it would programmatically create a bunch of copy off the back of that. So it would create headlines, CTAs, Facebook ad hooks, all the above. And the site was down, so I just had to go to YouTube and watch some old stuff. And I think this was when GPT-3 was coming out, and they were doing some stuff with that. So I was thinking, you know, what could we do with this? What are some ideas? It wasn't super clear to me. So I was just kind of stealing like an artist here, trying to get some stuff down and then putting it into ChatGPT and hopefully getting a bit of inspiration. Alright, then we did a bit of a 360 pivot. It wasn't really solving a problem for me, that copy app, and I didn't really see the direction, and hence I don't think it's really good to work on that sort of stuff. If I'm not going to solve a problem for myself, then I don't really know what direction we go. So basically we pivoted to a bit of a YouTube app situation, which again is a similar sort of flow where we're putting in context of our channel, and then we're going to get back a bunch of different ideas of what we can do. And I was looking for ways that we can kind of add value to this flow. We've got a good friend of the show, Convex Chef, to whip something up here, and then you can see an absolute little battle with OpenAI keys. It's just with Convex Chef, they have a funny way of doing it, but we get through that eventually. And here's where we're at. We've got basically the input, and then we're getting some ideas generated, but we can't leave it at a simple OpenAI wrapper. We really can't. We've got to take it one step further here. So what we're doing is trying to scrape YouTube channels, because what would be nice is to be able to kind of put in a channel you want inspiration from, and then get some video ideas which kind of combine the 2 channels, pass all the context, and then generate ideas in the voice of X channel. So that's what we're going for here. So then we're just trying to get contact with that YouTube API, and we're just using something from rapidapi.com, which makes it super easy to get set up. And then we're just getting that deployment ready, because this was really a bit of a speed build here. And as you can see, we've got a nice little UI there. Pulling the YouTube channel we want to be inspired from, passing our context, and you know what, we even took it one step further when we made it a bit of a nicer UI so that you could put in your own channel, get your thumbnails, get your context, put in the channel you want to be inspired by, get some ideas. Everyone's a winner. Okay, so here's a demo of YouTube Video Generator. So we're going to first punch in our channel. So that's going to get context of our channel and our videos, and then we can describe our channel's content and style. Next up, we've got video concept. So what do we want to make a video about? So we can say, I built 30 apps in 30 days, and then we've got a reference channel that we can punch in. So I love starter story videos and the kind of packaging of them. So we're going to paste that in it, and then that's going to go and fetch those videos, and it's going to pass them into the prompt here. So it's going to pass all this context. We're going to generate video ideas, and then we have 5 packaging ideas with a title, description, and a bit of an analysis. So this title taps into curiosity about rapid productivity and learning. From 0 to 30 apps in 30 days, how building 30 apps boosted my skill set. So we could easily take this idea further by giving some better prompts about what makes good packaging. We could generate potential thumbnails for it as well, which would be really cool. And I do think this actually has legs. There are some tools like vidIQ out there that make a lot of money kind of building tools for creators. So perhaps this is one that we revisit. And then that takes us on to our second idea. Okay, so a quick bit of backstory whilst we're cooking this up in Convex Chef. I'm calling this project Karen.ai. That sounds a bit weird out the gate, but hear me out. A lot of the time, quite a lot of good can actually come from giving your feedback. And the key to giving feedback to a business or a product is that the people actually do want to hear it. The thing is, you don't want to just come off as a moaner. No one likes to hear a moaner. But if you're actually giving good constructive feedback or letting the relevant people know about something, that can be quite good for everyone involved. So let's say we want to be a bit of a Karen. We want to send a message. We want to report maybe a pothole. So we'll punch in our name, the topic, and our location. And we're going to put in our message, a huge pothole causing cars to swerve our lanes and damaging cars. And then we get to select a message. So we'll do, let's be stern for the sake of this demo. So what that's going to do is going to go and find the contact details of who we need to contact for this. It's going to draft up a polite message, and it's going to draft an email that we can just one click send in Gmail. So yes, it is a bit of a Karen app, but also we need to report these potholes, especially here in the UK. So here we go. It's got Transport at Brighton, subject, and the message, and then we're going to click send via Gmail, and it's just going to pop up. It's going to pass it through the URL. Dear Brian and Hove, I'm writing to immediate attention to a significant safety hazard. Okay, very stern. And then we can just send that off and go about the rest of our day. Did we build this tool just to complain? No, I think a lot of businesses like constructive criticism. They like to know when something isn't as good as it could be or when something is good. We can send positive feedback. But the reason for the app is it's a pain to even find who to reach out to, find the email, go through a website, be drafting up the message. Most of the time people won't do it. But with this tool, it makes being a Karen or just giving good feedback easier. Hopefully people don't abuse this one. But yeah, I think it's a cool little project. Well, that's the end of our rapid double build there. I know we didn't go into loads of detail in the actual build. As always, if you are interested in more step-by-step, I go a lot deeper in my other videos. We've got a few more days to pull through now until the end of the challenge. I'm looking forward to a bit of time off out of Claude Code, out of Convex Chef. Till tomorrow, all the best.